Hey, follow Walter the farting dog.
Don't follow it.
Well, it's Christmas time again. And after Christmas, of course, always comes New Year's and New Year's resolutions. How many of us do New Year's resolutions? A bunch of hands in the air. Did you know that almost 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by the end of January? It's kind of amazing, isn't it? I think a lot of it is because we set incredibly high goals for ourselves for the new year. And we kind of know in the back of our heads that it's impossible. It's not really going to happen. And so we let it go because we feel like it is impossible. And that's the story that I want to share with you today, is how for one person back in the early 1980s, nothing was impossible. To bring you up to date, I hate to run. I do. I can't stand it. I know we have a few runners in the room here. Sutton, you ran a marathon, right? Jerry, have you run a couple of marathons?
I've done a half Ironman.
A half Ironman, okay. So there are some people in here who set lofty goals to run 26.2 miles or to run, bike, and swim all together. These things seem insurmountable to me. And then I learned about ultra marathons. People run 50 miles, 100 miles, 250 miles. These insane distances that to me seem absolutely impossible. Like there's no way that can be done. But then I remember back, I grew up in Canada. And so we have different heroes in Canada. And when I was young, the biggest story was a guy named Terry Fox. Anybody remember Terry Fox? 3 people in the room. Terry Fox, to raise awareness for cancer, ran 3,339 miles, more than 2/3 of the way across the country of Canada. Now, to put that into perspective, every single day, rain, sleet, snow, and we're talking Canadian winters here. This isn't
Yes.
Southern California. Canadian winters. He got up and every single day ran a marathon for 143 consecutive days. Now this seems amazing enough until you remember that Terry Fox only had one leg. You see, cancer had taken his other leg. And back in the early 80s, it was a different situation. We didn't have that cool hook thing that made people run like a gazelle. He basically had a stick. And so he had to develop this odd running gait where he'd step hop in order to give his leg time to reset and the spring in his leg to reset. He suffered from skin lesions, bone bruises, hypothermia, you name it. But every single day, he got up and he ran a marathon. Until finally, unfortunately, after 143 days, the cancer that took his leg decided to take the rest of Terry Fox. So this new year, as you're making a New Year's resolution for yourself, I want you to remember, nothing is impossible. You can do anything that you want to do, anything that you set your mind to. Whether your goal is just to achieve a CC in Toastmasters, or perhaps something more, or to start a new exercise program, or to start a new business, or to write a book. You can do anything that you want to do. Just remember what Terry did.